Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to and welcome back to another video. I'm celebrity photographer Chris Kavanaugh, and in today's video, we're going to be getting into a male skin retouching with none other than gospel music recording artist Kirk Franklin. I photographed Kirk yesterday for a upcoming promotional shoot that he'll use for marketing and advertisement purposes when it comes to speaking events, going to different things that he has to do within his day-to-day career. And within that, we came with this image. This is straight out the camera, and I want to be able to polish it. When I retouch, I like to leave it as realistic as possible, but just polishing. I like to diminish but not remove. So what I'm going to get into is, number one, getting this image clean within the backdrop. So we're going to head over to my actions. I have a backdrop cleaning action that I created called the clean backdrop. You can find this on my website, chrisphotostudios.com. Click any link in any bio that my social media and you're seeing these videos from. But we're going to take this, and what this does is clean up any imperfection that is in the image or the backdrop aspect. Even if it's the floor of the backdrop, it can get holes out, it can get dirt out. It makes everything clean and pristine. So now that we've wrapped that up, all of this looks cohesive within how the light is spreading, how everything is looking even for the backdrop. What I am going to do is then head over to the image and zoom in a little bit and just start removing little imperfections within the image. When it comes to clothes, I like to tackle clothes a little bit more in depth because sometimes things have more fine detail where we have to be careful to not distort or kind of throw off the flow of different detailings. So I'm using a smaller brush. I'm zoomed in a little bit, and I'm going to remove all the little lint that is on the shirt as much as possible that is viewable to the eye and just very noticeable. And I'm just going to make my way. I like to start from the top and make my way to the bottom so that I have a flow of things and I can keep track of how I'm moving, where I'm moving, and what's being done. One very important thing I say as well is to zoom in and out of your images when it comes to retouching, because what you may find at one specific view, you may see something much different or something that sticks out when you zoom back out of the image. And like I said, I don't stress for perfection, but I like to diminish and make things more polished and clean. I like to edit everything like it's going to be on a big billboard and people are able to kind of see the imperfections in every aspect up close. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is head back up to the top of the image, and I'm going to start working my way from the top down to the bottom. And we're going to just take out little small imperfections. When it comes to certain things on different figures or subjects' faces, I like to keep the authenticity within that. So rather it's moles, rather it's freckles, rather it's a scar that's unique to them, I like to leave those things in unless the art direction or creative direction calls for, removing specific things. But when it's with certain celebrity figures or figures who are out in the public eye and we see so many images of them, I like to keep it authentic. Diminish, not remove. Okay, so I'm liking what I'm getting. I like what the image looks like. Kirk has fantastic skin, of course. So what I'm going to do next is start off in a frequency separation after the spot heal. And also, if you missed it and I didn't elaborate on it, I'm using the spot heal tool over here to just go around and remove little imperfections or things that are standing out and sticking out that I don't want within the image. So I'll show you a quick before of where we started and where we are now. And look at that, it cleaned up the image, polished it a little more. So what I'm going to do is head right back over into the Actions tab, and I'm going to go in with a frequency separation. I'm going to keep this at let's go to a 9.7 radius. Click OK and let that render. I'm going to deselect the high frequency layer and select the low frequency layer. Head over here to the tool brush section and click a mix brush. I'm going to decrease the size of my brush stroke, and then I'm just going to start going at an upward and over horizontal and vertical flow for what I want to clean. And with this as well, I don't like to diminish the dimension from one's face. So I try to be more mindful of how I'm moving the brush and also the pressure that I put behind it. But like I said, my whole thing when it comes to retouching is diminishing and not removing. Especially when it comes to male skin. I like those imperfections and discolorations, within it, and getting to a place where we're just literally diminishing, not removing. Okay. So this is where we are. I'm going to deselect and select. One thing I would like to do is brighten this area up a little more. So I'm going to merge these together. And what I do to do that is with a dodge and burn. I like to turn the image down, the reds down. And when I turn the images, the reds down within the image, I like to go in with a dodge brush and lightly set the opacity to a situation where I'm not overly doing it, but just bringing that detail back into the skin. Let's deselect this, just see where we are within where we started. Oh, let's go down 1 second. Let's go down. Okay, so where we kind of started and where we are, see how that broadened and brightened up the image a little more. Within this as well, I would love to go in and kind of bring a little more detailing within the eye portion. So I'll use this to just kind of brighten that up a little more. And this is the quick selection tool. And just brighten that up. Bring a little life into the eye. And I'm pretty pleased with this image. It looks really good. I could go in and, honestly, let's do this. Let's brighten this band up a little. That's one little detail I would like to stand out a little more. Let's go into, we'll zoom out a little bit, put this back. Not selection. Come on, Chris, get it together. Okay, let's zoom in. There we go. And I'm going to show you a quick before of where we were and where we are now with the finished result. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This has been a quick male skin retouching. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And also, if you aren't subscribed yet and you aren't a part of the photo family, make sure you join by subscribing today. It helps me turn your post notifications on to know when I post. And I will see you back in the next video. And also be sure to head over to my YouTube. Well, no, my actual Instagram page and subscribe. Find me on TikTok. Everything's the same, the Chris Kavanaugh. And I will see you back in the next video.